Hello Dark and Darker enjoyers, Pero here and welcome to Managing Mobs and Making Money. This video will show you how best to manage mobs in heavily trapped areas, especially within spawns, and how best to utilise traps to farm mobs for maximum profit. If you find a lot of your early fights with mobs end up something a little bit like this is the video for you. First portion of this video will be concerned with clearing mobs using traps. As you can see here, we spawned into the same area we started in the initial video, but instead of fighting the mobs one-on-one, we're going to pull back slowly, drawing them over the traps. In this example you can see here that we're clearing the chests, looting them as we go. That way we can maximise profit while taking minimal damage. I said minimal. And this way, instead of having to fight enemies one by one, we can get them to tank a lot of damage from the traps and finish them off in quick swipes. This is especially effective if you've got poor gear or if you're a lower level and you don't want to manage mobs and take a lot of damage at the beginning. This second clip is just a small example of how some spawns allow you to use traps to bait enemies, especially the more dangerous ones such as the skeleton mage, and avoid fighting them altogether. Example here, you can see despite a number of misses I'm able to draw the skeleton mage over the traps and I never actually have to fight him.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
Now that we've covered how best to clear mobs using traps, we can talk about how we can farm them a little bit. A lot of areas in the game have high spawns for mobs, but also a trap or two in close proximity. By pulling the aggro of these enemies and baiting their spawns by walking over them, we can draw enemies into the traps and cause lots of damage without ever having to take a hit. You can see here I pulled the aggro of 4 or 5 zombies and I draw them back through this trapped corridor and minimise the amount of fighting I have to do. This can maximise loot speed and also minimise the damage you take there. By chaining attacks at the end, I can polish all 5 of them off in about 20 seconds and we're good to go. And if you're wondering what's the point of farming mobs like this clip will be the evidence you're in need of. Although they can be sometimes hard to spot, zombies' loot can be very, very lucrative. Although they mainly drop gems, they also drop rings and necklaces and they can be blue or purple even in the normal roller lobbies. This means that you can get high level jewellery without ever having to venture into high roller, especially if you're trying to get prepped for such a run. Okay guys, thanks for watching, Pero here. Please like and subscribe if you're interested in more guides. And fingers crossed the hopium's real and we end up with a playtest in June.